and welcome to Quiz Time. We bring you quizzes that test your memory, challenge your thinking, and keep your brain young. Thumbs up if you enjoyed this quiz, and don't forget to subscribe. Have fun!
Come Dance With Me is one of the albums of Horace Silver, John Fahey, or Frank Sinatra. The answer is Frank Sinatra. Who is known for his famous song Folsom Prison Blues? Johnny Cash, Chuck Berry, or John Fahey? The answer is Johnny Cash. In 1954, in which city was the first nuclear power plant built? Moscow, London, or Paris? The answer is Moscow. In 1957, what was the first artificial satellite that orbited the Earth? Sputnik 1, Soyuz 1, or Apollo 1? The answer is Sputnik 1. What country hosted the 1954 FIFA World Cup? Brazil, Switzerland, or Sweden? The answer is Switzerland. Who was famous for her roles as blonde bombshells during the 1950s? Marilyn Monroe, Jean Harlow, or Jane Mansfield? The answer is Marilyn Monroe. In the 1955 film Rebel Without a Cause, James Dean's character is Jim Stark, Carl Smith, or Lucas Will? The answer is Jim Stark. In what year was Elvis Presley drafted into the US Army? 1956, 1957, or 1958? The answer is 1958. In 1950, there was an assassination attempt against the US president. Who is that president? Harry Truman, Dwight Eisenhower, or John F. Kennedy? The answer is Harry Truman. In what year was the first broadcast of The Phil Silvers Show? 1954, 1955, or 1956? The answer is 1955. The DNA was discovered by Francis Crick and James Watson, Ronald Smithson, or Jonathan Brown? The answer is James Watson. The movie The Seventh Seal was set in Finland, Germany, or Sweden? The answer is Sweden. How many Academy Awards did Ben-Hur win in 1959? 10, 11, or 12? The answer is 11. The animated film Peter Pan of the 1950s was released by Walt Disney, Warner Brothers, or La Strada? The answer is Walt Disney. Elvis Presley was hailed as the king of rock and roll, pop music, or jazz? The answer is rock and roll. Nat King Cole's Unforgettable became a hit in 1956, 1954, or 1951? The answer is 1951. What is Elvis Presley's first film? Love Me Tender, Loving You, or Jailhouse Rock? The answer is Love Me Tender. The 1956 Summer Olympics was held in Melbourne, Stockholm, or Paris? The answer is Melbourne. The opening of Disneyland in 1955 was broadcasted on television by CBS, ABC, or NBC? The answer is ABC. No multiple choice. What type of hat became extremely popular and sold in thousands of quantities during the 1950s? The answer is coonskin cap. Roll Over Beethoven is a song written by Chuck Berry, The Beatles, or Elvis Presley? The answer is Chuck Berry. In January 1954, Marilyn Monroe married Joe DiMaggio, James Dougherty, or Arthur Miller? The answer is Joe DiMaggio. Who wrote the 1954 novel Lord of the Flies? J.R.R. Tolkien, William Golding, or Agatha Christie? The answer is William Golding. Vladimir Nabokov was known for his 1955 novel Lolita, Pedro Paramo, or The Invisible Man? The answer is Lolita. No multiple choice. Who invented a polio vaccine in 1955? The answer is Jonas Salk. Thank you for playing, drop your score in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe.